Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I want to talk about how is it when, the trope, of being one of the slain in Friday the 13th, because there are tropes to it. And one of the tropes is, running away from Jason Voorhees, and even no matter how far you get, you know, he happens to show up, you know, or running away and falling over or something. There's always that trope, and it always goes down something like this because he don't say nothing. You know. Oh, great. You're Jason Voorhees, right? Mm-hmm. And you're gonna slay me because I'm sinful and I have done sinful things, right? Yeah, well, would that make you sinful too? Since you're breaking one of God's laws, thou should not slay, and you're slaying, so that would make you sinful as well. Now look, Jason, I understand that what happened to you, drowning and all, that's bad, and it was sad. And it's some folks should have been watching, keeping an eye out for you, and that was wrong on them. That was a big mistake, and it worked to your life. And I know your mother loved you a lot. But then your mother going around slaying folks to get even for you dying, well, that was wrong. Alright? And then you somehow coming back, fully grown up, and slaying everyone that who slayed your mother and didn't help you when you were drowning, or picked on you and bullied you when you were alive, that's wrong. And so if you're going to slay me for being sinful, for being a sinner, well then, Jason, you're a sinner too, because you're breaking one of God's laws, thou shalt not slay. And I'm the first one that ever stood up to you and scathed you for that. And I know that a lot of folks are going to say, oh, it's worthless talking to him. He can't talk back. He's a deaf, cursed fiend. He's a fiend. All he knows how to do is slay. That's all he's good at. That's all he does. He, in his mind, and also in his mother's mind, that they don't see themselves as sinners. They see themselves as good doers, thinking that by slaying folks who were sinful in some way, that somehow that makes it right. And it does not. So, yeah. But I stood up to him. I scathed him. And need be, he might say something. Or maybe he may not. Or I just most likely might be on the list of the slain and all the films that he made and the round over, and the new make as well. You know what? You're right. I am a sinner. I'm a sinner too, Jordan. Because I was going around slaying folks who were being sinful, folks who picked on me and bullied me, folks who slayed my mother. And when you start to think of it, yeah, I am guilty of that. Oh my God, I am guilty of that. Shit, you are right. How is slaying someone who is sinful, how does that not make me sinful by slaying? You're right. Because I spent my whole life, up until the day I died, by drowning, seeking to be a good fellow. What I should have done is I should have not, but at the same time you got to understand that I am cursed to do it. So you're telling me that you have no free will and you're being made to slay all those folks and and your films and the roundover films and a new make as well. You know, you could choose what to do. You put some thought into it, Jason. You put some thought in how to slay all those folks. You know, you had free will there. I don't know how you came back after you drowned and everything. No one really knows. Everybody just thinks that somehow you never drowned and somehow you lived and yielded for the day where you could get even for all the wrongs that were done to you and your mother and whatever. You know. Well, I guess you're right about that. Hey, look, you know, and why I never talked before, because I never had nothing to say. You know. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going to let you go, because you have made me think about this whole thing. Well, alright, Jason, thank you about it, thank you. So, yeah, I might just be one of those lucky ones who saw Jason and lived. You know how that goes. Tell me what you think about this film. I, Jordan Long, or Jordan Mulan Long, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.